Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Daria. We have with us Riya Singh, technical analyst, currencies coming in. Riya, welcome to the show. Riya, my first question coming to you is that the dollar index has continued to weaken, and this is the fourth consecutive week where we are seeing this weakness. What's the sense that you pick up? Do you expect further weakness?
Uh, yes, because there was an expectation owing to the recovery seen in the US market and the vaccination drive that the Fed may hike rates sooner than expected. But taking into consideration the statement coming from various state Fed representatives, the central bank is not considering a rate hike at least till next year, even when the inflation is soaring. So this has played against the dollar, which has reached the supportive level of 90 and is testing 89.61 in today's sessions. So, and plus the other factor that is playing against the greenback, is the economic recovery that we are seeing in the developing countries and the overall economic recovery at the global level. So this is fueling the risk of sentiment, which is getting the investors, getting the investment flow into the developing economies. So going forward, I think the data due on Friday, which includes the US consumption and the inflation figures, could have an impact on the on the anticipation of how hawkish tone will the Fed policy will be, which in the coming up meeting on June 15 and 16. But for now, I think dollar index will be under pressure even in the coming weeks before the Fed policy as well.
Right, so that's with regards to where the dollar is concerned. Simultaneously, the rupee has staged a strong comeback and it's rebounded to become Asia's top performing currency as well. Are you expecting this outperformance to continue?
Yes, because the rupee tumbled in the April due to the soaring infections in the COVID-19 cases, which triggered an unwinding of around 50 million billion in carry trades. And if you see the recent numbers in virus infection, it has been easing off lately, which has led to the climb of 1.7% against the dollar. Now, the rupee is also further gained owing to the domestic market inflows and the and keeping in mind the IPOs that have lined up, it is relative that there will be further inflows that will be coming into the market, Indian market offering, the Asia's highest carry returns. So this will further aid into the rupees appreciation. But the only thing that we need to take into consideration is the wariness that the RBI will have towards the strong currency, because taking into the consideration the impact that it will have on the exports of the country as it is emerging from the recession, in addition to the government borrowing plans. So this will have a dent, because the Indian government is have proposed 140 billion in bonds, in additional to 60 million retail extension. This auction will happen on May 28th. So there is this event that will happen on May 28th, which can fuel into the rupee depreciation. But taking into the whole picture into consideration, the inflows, the foreign inflows, and plus the weakness on the dollar index part, I think Indian rupee could test 70 to 50 in the coming 3 months.
Okay. And with this, what's the view that you have with regards to the euro? Because it's the strongest against the dollar and it's rebounding. And this comes because the economic numbers that are coming in are showing a rebound as well.
Yes, yes. The economic numbers have been coming very good into the eurozone altogether. The euro fell because the vaccination drive was fairly lagging as comparative to the UK and US. But now they have picked up very much on the vaccination drive. It is going very well in the eurozones. Plus, there is a significant pickup into the borrowing cost, which is reflecting the rise into the domestic demand, and expectation is that the domestic demand will continue to grow. So this is another positivity that is coming from the Eurozone. So altogether, I think the economic recovery will be coming in stronger for the Eurozone altogether. And there will be a improvement into the domestic economic outlook as well. So the statement from the ECB will definitely further aid into the a stronger hold of the euro against the dollar. So I think euro will remain at least on a short term quite positive in the coming days.
Okay, so what are the strategies, Riya, that you would want to recommend?
So you can sell USD INR below 70 to 76 for a target of 70 to 50. Keep a strict SL at 70 to 95. Also go short into JPY INR below the level of 66.84 for the target of 66.66 with the stop loss at 67.02. You can go long into the Euro USD at 1.2258. Keep a target of 1.2273, 1.2290 with a strict SL at 1.2237. Go long into the Euro INR as well. Look for a breakout of 89.32 for a target of 89.48, 89.55, keeping a stop loss at 89.15.
Right, so these are the strategies that are being recommended as well. Thank you, Riya, so much for joining us on the show and giving us the outlook. Thank you, participants, as well, for being a part of the show.